Ashton with your exercise of the week. So this week we're going to work on some core engagement and also some rotation of the spine, of the torso. Okay, so this is good for riders. Obviously the core engagement is always good for riders, and the other thing that we're working on, that rotation, is going to help you when you're turning corners, doing circles and doing lateral work. So it teaches your body not to just fall from one side and fall into lateral flexion, but to actually really have true rotation without hitching your shoulder or pushing your ribs out to the side. So that's your main focus today. So you can choose different pieces of equipment to do this exercise with, depending on how intense you want to do it. If you're just starting out, you might want to use like a ball. It doesn't have to be a Pilates ball, it could be a soccer ball or something along those lines. I'm going to use today 3 kilo weight. I think that's plenty. Could go 5. You could use like a 5 kilo medicine ball if you're feeling super strong, but don't ever do it because you'll put too much pressure on your spine. This is teaching the body to move, and you want the weight to kind of connect the body up. It's not like we're not at the gym pumping iron, we're trying to connect the body up. So that's why I've got a 3 kilo weight and not like a 10 kilo weight. Okay, so I'm going to do it from the side. I might do it from the front too, so you can see what's going on from that angle. So remember ABC, alignment, breathing and core. So alignment first, my feet are parallel, hip width. My knees are hip width, and I might even, seeing this is already sitting here, I'm going to pop that between my knees just to keep myself engaged up the inner thigh and up through the pelvic floor, lower abs, so my core is working. You don't need to do that, but it's seeing it sitting there, I'm just going to use it. Then first of all, I'm going to pull myself tall into a neutral spine. My elbows are out to the side, my shoulders drop down my back. Then from there, I'm just going to add a little tuck in the pelvis. So riders, when we're in the saddle, we want to have a nice neutral spine. But this exercise is a little strong for that. That would be the next step, to keep that neutral spine and a flat back. But today I'm just going to help you out a little bit to get a little bit more core engagement and to protect the back a little bit. So we're going to just roll the lower back over. It's not about throwing the shoulders back. It's keeping the shoulders over your hips and just tucking the pelvis. That's your first step. Okay? Then from that you can take your upper body back a little bit. As you go back though, I want your chest lifting, even though that's tucking. So you've got a little bit of length through your lower back. Your core is on your lower abs, are engaged. Pelvic floor is lifted. We're going to breathe in. I'm going to grab my weight. So today you're going to dip down, rotate around, and then come up, and the other side. So we're rotating around and up and transferring to the other side with control. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. So what are the things that could go wrong here? I don't want to be rocking from one side of my pelvis to the other as I drop over. I need to keep my knees still, so they're not going to counterbalance me as I move. They're going to stay nice and still, and the weight through my pelvis is still. So we're keeping the lower part of the body still. The other thing, I don't want to just swing my arms around like this, and I also don't want to use momentum on that drop down because you're gonna hurt yourself. Protect and resist that drop down, and then up. Resist the going down, and then coming up. And notice as I come up here, I'm keeping my chest a little bit lifted. I'm keeping a small tuck in the pelvis and a lift in my chest, and up. Breathing out, breathing in. So from the front, just so you can have a look at that, my feet parallel, my knees hip width, and I'm going down, rotating it up. The weight does not change between my 2 seat bones, and I'm controlling everything via my torso. I'm quite low in the body. I'm really focusing on this part and the rotation coming from here rather than just throwing my shoulders around on top. So give it a try, see how you go. Be careful with your technique.